We're here live from Law Nation Studios, coming to you with the information that rules the nation, Cowboy Nation. And here's the thing, Cowboys versus Chargers recap, plus hard cuts and more. Q&A. Let's go. Let's get it. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I really do. I flat out really do. Let's go. Shout out to the SOCs. Y'all know who you are. Come on. Come on. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Law Nation groove, baby? Come on. Right. Come on. Turn me up. Yeah. All right. Hey ho. Cowboy Nation, let's go. Let's get it one way or another. The name is Law Nation, and we're going to talk Cowboys sports talk and beyond. And we are also live on Instagram. I'm trying to figure that out, too, so that we can get everybody from the four corners of the world to listen in. And shout out to my UK Cowboys out there. Man, internationally, loaned over here, baby. Let's go, baby. If you don't like Law Nation,
you must be out of your goddamn mind.
Come on, baby. Let's get it. Shout out to you, Jim Laws. I see you over there. Appreciate you so much for jumping in and being part of this thing. The Dallas Cowboys heading into the final preseason game. We have uncovered a unique way of understanding this right here, that this particular team, we got us a special team, baby. And that is a phase of a game. That is a part of the game. Let me blow this up there. Yeah, I hope you guys can see. And shout out to my shout out to y'all from Germany. Hey, I see you over there on my Instagram, so I'll be tuning in to them too. I appreciate everybody, man, so much. It's my first time rolling with Instagram as well as my YouTube and Facebook, so bear with me while matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do. While I set it up, let's listen in to 105.3 The Fan, and then by that time, we'll be ready, okay?
Cavante Turpin's special night.
What's up?
No, I saw somebody on Twitter, a few people were trying to say, hey, look, it's just the preseason. It's like, yeah, but those traits, like returnability is something that is going to flash in the preseason. Like you can have that translate to the regular season, and they've been in desperate search of somebody to do this type of a job for them. They've, looked for the Lucky Whiteheads and the, the Ryan Switzers and, go back all the way, 16 years ago, like Tyson Thompson. Like, these are the type of guys that the organization's been looking for a very long time as a dynamic return man. And they were stuck this offseason when, out there at training camp, they were literally having anybody and everybody catch punts. They had Jake Ferguson catching punts at one point, because they were just trying to see what anybody can do back there.
Right.
And so I think that was the big reason why they brought him in. Where you're seeing them kind of work him in now is, hey, can he do some of these jet sweeps, these, reverses? Can he potentially stand up there in the slot and run a couple routes for us? Or could he just stand out there and be a decoy? Like the same way Lucky Whitehead used to be a decoy on those the Linehan special, the little screen pass to Ezekiel Elliott, like the one he scored on against Pittsburgh his rookie year.
All right, so before he go into more details of it, I appreciate everybody. I see you guys on the Instagram over there. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Natasha. Let me give some thumbs up. Shout out to you, Jason Bourne. Black, appreciate you. Appreciate you for jumping in. Let me give a round of applause for my people over there. Yeah. All right. Here's the thing, Cowboy Nation. Here's the thing that we got to understand, that we must know, and we must understand this. Special teams. That will be your special teams in preseason. You're not resting your special team players. You're not benching your special team players. So what Cavante Turpin did out there in preseason will translate to the real season. Why? You're not saying, okay, man, I want to stash my special team guy. No. That is where you cut your teeth at, on special teams. Ain't this right? You know, so when we look at this collectively, we would say to ourselves, all right, we got us a specialized weapon with Cavante Turpin or KT or Turbo Turpin. The only hardest decision you will have to make is what number he's going to wear when it's time to kick off the real season. Because Jordan Lewis got that number 2, and somebody got to give it up, Cowboy Nation. So that is the reality of it. You got to figure that out. Turn them loose. Shout out to you, C. Nick. Turn them loose. Yo. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to you guys. Shannon Sharp gave us an 8-ball on Turbin. Forget Shay Sharp, but shout out to him, though. It's 3 phases to a game. Law, Jared, shout out to you. That's my guy, JT. Actually, I literally say, yes, 3 phases to a football game. But I can argue that there's really 4 phases to a football game. Special teams, offense, defense. And then you got to have a coach that can dwell all of those things together. You got to have a coach that know how to utilize said special teams. Or excuse me, you got to have a coach that know how to utilize the offense. You got to have a coach that know how to utilize the defense. There was a time that I believe a couple of years back, the Chargers finished number 1 in offense and defense and didn't even make it to the playoff, I believe. Why? Because of the coaching. So you got to be able to make sure that you have all of your weapons together and, of course, the coaching. Look, the reason why the Cowboys lost the playoff game, yeah, we talking about the playoffs. You know, I already know. You guys.
Shame.
We talking about playoffs.
Shame. Shame.
The reason why we lost the playoff game, we had 14 penalties. Discipline. You got to be disciplined. Look, let's play a little game. You remove the 14 penalties. Do we win that game? We didn't lose by 30 points. We didn't lose by 20 points. You lost the game by a spoonful of points. But if you clean up the penalties, and I'm not saying the coaches are the ones out there making the calls as it relates to those flags, but coaching do supersede those type of things. Malik Davis beat out Rico. We're going to have to talk about this, but shout out to you, man, that's over here in the chat. Let's finish this audio up first.
And so I think that they're trying to find ways to use him as a weapon on offense as well, but that speed and that elusiveness and things like that definitely flashes in preseason games. And I think anytime somebody scores 2 return touchdowns in a game, whether it be preseason or, sandlot football, I think it stands out.
Bobby Belt, Cowboys Insider on a Cowboys Monday after they get the W over the Chargers. Why was he available to be picked up so late after his USFL and, of course, the local college career? Why is Turpin was he sitting out there?
Man, the dude 5'7", 155 pounds, 150 pounds, what have you, 5'7". That's most ladies' goal weight. Most ladies, we say, I can't wait till I get to 150 pounds. That's the ladies' goal weight. He's running around in the female goal weight, So he is a smaller guy, and he has some off-field situations that I don't know if Bobby is going to bring it up. Let me just listen to Bobby. Let me see what he say.
Well, I still think that a lot of people, there's a few reasons. There's first off, just he's a slightly built guy that some teams are just not going to want to, he's not going to hit size thresholds.
Right.
And so that's
is he legit 5'7"? Is he 5'4"? Is he 5'7" for real?
Leave him alone, man.
He's he's small. He might be like 5'6". He's Jakeem Grant small. And he's skinny.
Shout out to my guy, Kevin Gray Sports, man. Appreciate him so much for tuning in on the Instagram. Appreciate him so much. Check him out.
But he's a guy that, I mean, as I think a lot of people know, he was dismissed from TCU for, an incident involving battery. And so, I think that there were a lot of teams that just probably had him, off their draft board a couple of years ago and hadn't adjusted that and didn't care. And they just viewed him as too high of a character concern. When you couple character concern with the size limitations, I think a lot of people just.
Shout out to my guy, man, for the 24/7 for the $4.99 donation, man. Appreciate you, man. He says, Law, $4.99 for your mind. Didn't a female caller call in a few days ago and said start focusing in on the I can't say it, it's still morning time both places, but yeah, and focus in on the field. Yeah, look, that was Queen that called in that said that, right? And she said let them hang at the end. So if you're going to let them hang, you're going to get some things. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep it PG-13, but shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the people that's in Baltimore over here. We're almost finished with this segment, and then we'll open up the phone lines and everything so you can call in and give me your thoughts. But write this number down, 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind.
Probably wanted nothing to do with that. And so, it was an instance, I think, where the Cowboys were probably just one of the limited number of teams that would even consider bringing him on.
Let's talk about the rookies with your star ups, star downs with Jalen Tolbert and Tyler Smith and Sam Williams.
Yeah, I think that that's a good cross-section of good, bad, and then good and bad. So good, Tyler Smith was really, really good. I think specifically on the Rico Dowdle run where he got like 15 yards to the left sideline, you saw him beginning to get to a point where he was about to get flagged for holding, and he let go. And that's a big thing that they need him to learn is to let go. But overall, that one touchdown drive that ended with Malik Davis scoring was really impressive, where they ran behind him, 6 out of 8 straight plays. They ran right behind left guard, and he was getting a lot of movement in the run game, and that's something they really need from him. He still needs to, I think, get better with his pad level, get better with his hand technique, make sure that he's not grabbing too far outside. But you saw the power, and you can see him starting to move guys in the running game. Sam Williams, I thought, flashed a few times, and you see the ability. You also see where his technique hasn't come along yet. And
all right, so we're gonna stop it there. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. You can listen to the full episode. I'm gonna post it in the link here. It will be in the chat box there. Be sure to click the full link so you can listen to the full episode without me pausing and rewinding. All right, so a few things that was brought out in this whole scenario. One thing about holding, of course, as time progressed, you would see that these guys would be better on kickoff return and punt returns, and he went through that. Also, we talked about in the previous videos, Sam Williams. Can he step up and be that guy? And I told you guys when looking at the tape for preseason, look at it as an isolated situation and then try to warp your mind. I'm saying, okay, if Sam Williams is doing this now, can you imagine Parsons is on the other end? Right? Can you imagine if we had Parsons on the other end? Before we let the phone caller in, let me play these 2 clips, and then I promise you this show will be your show, okay? I'm going to play these two clips. First is going to be me, not me, but Brian Baldinger explaining what Sam Williams did. Let's listen to this right quick.
Sam Williams of the Cowboys played a lot last night, played almost 45 snaps. Here he is lined up on the tight end. You can never let a tight end block you. So he doesn't. And he makes his first tackle in the preseason. All right, that probably felt good. Take Isaiah Spiller down to the ground. All right, that's like an SEC matchup, Ole Miss and A&M. Now, when you watch him rush the passer here, like he's got power. He can back people up. He's got a long, long way to go, but he's got power.
Yep.
Like here he's against Storm Norton. Like he's turning the corner here, and right there when Easton Stick throws it, he's right there at the footsteps. That's good.
That's
but
good.
Then what you have to do is you have to project. Like right here. Like imagine if Micah is coming from the other side.
Listen
and
up.
Sam Williams has this takeoff
Listen.
on this left tackle. Now, it's probably the second. Like if you can do this and flush the quarterback, Micah, Odigizua, Fowler, somebody's going to clean up. Do you want to see it just one more time?
Let's look at it. Look at it.
He's got this ability to do that. Like, just ruin a player. Want to see more of it. But that right there will open some eyes in that film room today in Frisco, Texas.
No doubt. So you guys can see it. You guys can literally see it. The ability of this guy being able to bend off the edge or just do a bull rush and get home. That, my friend, is everything. Shout out to Lady Callie for the $9.99 donation. Appreciate you so much. Hey, it feels like, when we do these type of shows, it feels like, I can do this for hours and hours. Champagne showers over here. And
Thief! Stop! Thief! Come back, thief!
Leave me alone, y'all. Leave me alone. All right, let's go with now Brian Baldinger talking about Tyler Smith, and then we'll open up the phone lines all the way. Let's do this right quick.
Let's watch Tyler Smith last night. Played the first half, 30 snaps. All right, went up against Jerry Tillery, former number one pick. A bunch.
Get your notepads out.
But he can move people. He can move bodies. In the passing game, Jerry Tillery is going to come in over him. All right? Now, he's going to go inside, stay in front, shuffle, slide. All right? Mm-hmm. Allow Cooper Rush to make the throw. All right? In the run game, though, he can come off the ball. Flat out come off the ball. Bang.
Yeah.
Like, swing those hands and just punch. And then turn. Like that angle right there. See that angle? That's a good angle right there. Hips have extended.
No doubt.
Now, bring the feet. All right?
Get them.
Take them out of the hole. Just dig them out.
Keep them feet moving.
All right? They need more tractors up front in Dallas to get back to the way that they want to play. Like, that's good stuff. Now, right here, let it go. All right? Don't get caught. No holding calls last night.
Let it go.
All right? That's a good sign. He did have one false start. All right? Watch him move bodies. This is what the Cowboys need. Like this, that. See how he takes these arms? Bam! Like, go and punch and now drive. Push, drive. Take him anywhere he wants to go.
Anyway, look at that hole.
Find the hole.
Shoot.
Now,
somebody grandmama can run through that thing with the cane.
In practice. Short yardage, goal line. Can you get a stinking yard when you need a yard? But watch him go to work. Like, see that snap? He's got snap. Bam. That's now. Bring that power foot. Get it in the ground. There you go. See this right here? They're down on the goal line. Like, all Zeke needs is 6 inches of daylight. That's all he needs.
Yeah.
Like, just bring that foot.
That's
just keep moving.
All the way.
Zeke will find it. They got themselves a player at left guard.
All right, so those two assessments by Brian Baldinger, man. God dog, man. That dude, he did it right. He did it right. He broke it down thoroughly. And when we start to think about what Tyler Smith brings to the table, and this is without Tyron Smith to the left of him, right? And this is without our full and complete starting front five, right? And I told people before this right here is that the front five is the only unit that all 5 of these guys must sing from the same hymnal. We're not looking for a solo artist. We're not looking for an independent movie director. We need everybody to be on the same page. And when you got that, you will see the things opening up for Ezekiel, Elijah Elliott. You will see those things open up for Tony. Cat-like quickness Pollard, being able to crease off the edge, and whatever the Cowboys want to do with that run, it will be there for them. Oh, it's a hard decision with Malik Davis. Yeah, I see you over there, Manny. Appreciate you, David. Thank you. Brian Bradford, appreciate you. And that is a situation whereas now what you want this team to look like. I think that this team need to be a powered / finesse team. Power means set up the run to set up the pass. Run the ball, get those safeties down inside the box, and then you can watch Dak Prescott do his job. Look, the quarterback to receivers, the only receiver with the most experiences on this team is Noah Brown. And I think his career high catch total is like around 30 to 40. And one can argue Noah Brown on most teams will be their fourth and fifth option, if not even an option at all. And he's hurt with a toe injury. So we got all and everything pushed to the center of the actual gambler's table. We push all our chips in the middle, and we got it all on CeeDee Lamb. Oh, who's, by the way, is battling a foot injury, right? We don't know. It's the area of the unknown. So,
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
we just don't know, Cowboy Nation, and that's where we at. I got my guy who's been waiting here. VIP, you're live, baby.
Lord's VIP, baby.
What's good with you, man?
Oh, Lord. I hope we can put the panic button away now, Lord. I know it only takes a slight blow to win for some Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
But respectfully, let's put that panic button and panic guy away for a week. Can we do it?
I got him away, man. Get out of here, man. we'll tell the panic guy to lean forward just a little bit, man. Just a little bit, right there. Yeah. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Slap him
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Talk to me, man.
After watching and digesting that game, because I think what people need to start doing is giving people credit when it's due. Y'all bash on our head coach when he doesn't do well, and I need McCarthy to get some flowers because he turned around what we was talking about last week. How many penalties did we have last week? 17?
17, man. That's a lot.
Did we cut him in half?
We cut him. We sliced him. We OJ'd him in half, man. Oh, no pun intended.
Yeah, hey, that's right. You know, if the glove don't fit, we must have quit. Hey,
Hey, go ahead.
but some of the things that I saw that I am so impressed with. First, I've been bashing this guy. Not bashing him. I've been on his heels.
Hold on.
Because
hold on. Before you go further in that, if you team Mike McCarthy, let me see MM in the chat. I just need to see MM down in the chat. And if you're not team Mike McCarthy, just put no MM in the chat. You know, that's easy. MM in the chat if you all in for Mike McCarthy. And just put no MM if you're not. Go ahead.
That's right. And what I need, my next flower is going to go to our OC. I saw something from our OC the first time I've ever seen that he fell in love with the run. Somebody kidnapped our OC. That's not our OC. Maybe it was because of line. If you guys haven't watched the All 22, watch 73 and watch our backup center. What's our backup center's name?
Farniok. Matt Farniok. 68.
I like him.
He's strong, man. Strong.
I'm feeling Farniok, and I'm feeling our backup tackle Collins. I'm for the first time, I am feeling good about our own life. Like I was on a panic button about our swing tackle. I was. For a minute, I was on Ball. Yeah. But after watching Collins and Ball kind of redeem himself, I think the only thing that right now we need to worry about
is
a veteran wide receiver. That's it.
Because we are in that area of the unknown. But if we can utilize Dalton Schultz, he'll be your. All right, let's break this down. Okay, Noah Brown got the most experience on this team as wide receiver. Number 2 is CeeDee Lamb, and then the tier down from there will be, of course, Dalton Schultz, who I really think you could run some offense in between CeeDee Lamb and Schultz. But this dude, number 48, Jake Ferguson. Oh yeah, he look good.
I like him.
He look good. That boy look good.
I like him. He don't go down after the first hit. That's what I want to see out of my tight end. If you don't have that breakaway seam speed, I need you to break that first tackle and give me some extra yak.
Yeah.
That's what I need out.
Yeah.
But what I saw, I mean, obviously my boy Turpentine is going to do his thing.
Right.
But I need our OC. Okay, we saw that. Now, OC, I need you to call Grandma up with the big arms and tell you about that spice in your meal, because he is that added spice in our offensive coordination, if you want to say that. We need him, like you said. If we could just get him to run them 9 routes, Dak, I need him at your house. Running 9, skinny posts, flags, that's it.
That's it, end the rounds. Look, we ain't going to try to do the man like that as far as putting him out there too much. But I think that Kevontae Turpin mixed in with what Johnny Bones is going to do. Think about this. I was listening to some people saying, well, they're going to kick the ball on the opposite side of him. But what if you're on kickoff returns? What if you have Tony Pollard and Kevontae Turpin out there? Don't you, boy, it just can get total pandemonium. You know, it can get crazy over there, man. It can get fatality real easy. You know, you can do, matter of fact, you can do a kickoff return, and then you can reverse sweep it from there.
Yes.
True talk.
Yes.
True talk.
I don't know if we're going to put TP back there anymore, but I would love to see that. That would be scary.
I'm just trying to win games. I'm just trying to win games. That's all I'm trying to do, VIP. I'm just trying to win games. Yeah.
That's fire right there. But I think right now, with we can you imagine Tony Pollard, Zeke, and we got turn up on an end around? Yeah. What are you gonna guard? You gotta guard the perimeter? Oh, you got Zeke that could threaten the gut? You got TP that could threaten the other perimeter? That's scary.
That's scary, VIP. I got another caller waiting, man. But what else you got for the show, man, before I let you go, man?
My last thing I got for the show, all I'm going to say is to you is 4-4 and 4-3. We got Sam I Am on one side, and can you imagine Mike on the other side? With our defensive push, start giving some flowers to our rookie from last year, 98. What's our rookie from last year, 98?
Who 98?
Big
Bo. Pushing big body, can't stop me. For the 9-8, I gotta sell 1 million copies. You know, you talking about that boy, you know? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I heard they gave him the nickname Big Q right now.
Big Q.
So shout out to Big Q.
Yeah, he's doing his thing, man.
Look, man, Lord, all I'm going to say is I hope Cowboys Nation has got a shot in the arm, has got an IV, and we start feeling good. And when I told you I feel like we can go 20-0, I still feel the same. How about them Cowboys? Let's go, Lord. Let's go,
man. Let's go. That's VIP, baby. Yeah, that's my guy right there, man, laying it down. Woo! Look, Cowboy Nation, I get it. A lot of people may say this and that, but when I look at this defense, and check out what my review was on Jabril Cox earlier. I posted the video on my YouTube and Facebook. Willing to go shoot through the A or B gap. Hook to flat, he got that, right? That's because of the front. And then when I started talking to you guys about what Tristan Hill did, right? There's no drop off. And this is not me hyping up the Cowboys saying we going to the Super Bowl and things like that because of 2 preseason games. I'm not saying that. That's not coming out of my mouth. But what I'm trying to tell you guys, that there's no drop off from the second team defense to the third team defense. And we haven't even seen the first team defense yet. Let that sink in. All right, from the 979, what's on your mind? 979. What's good? You live. You're live.
I just wanted to ask one question.
Talk to me.
I'm not really sure about Kellen Moore, to be honest with you.
Okay, I feel you on that. You know, keep going. What else you have about Kellen Moore?
I mean, like, just how he played down the stretch last season kind of is concerning to me. You know, I get we had a good preseason game against the Chargers and all, but
Yeah.
preseason.
Yeah, it's preseason. It's hard to take away from that. Look. Here's the thing. The way you are unsure on Kellen Moore is more so on the experience. And I talk about this a lot. A new broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom can get those corners. I had a guy from the Washington team on my show, and his name is Louis T. Check him out. And they had the privilege to have the young Sean McVay. They had the young Shannon, what's the guy, Kyle Shanahan. They had the young guys. And I asked him, what would you do to have that coach back on your team now? He said he'll get rid of all of his coaches. You see, what the Cowboys are trying to do, and some fans, they are trying to take the shortcut route to success. There's no shortcut routes. You have to experience what we experienced last year, the growing pains. There's nothing that we can pull from Kellen Moore to say, hey, man, this dude is going to be trashed for 10 years from now. No, we are the number one offense in the National Football League in points and scoring. Well, points and total yards, I meant to say. So that comes from his creativity, but he's still learning. But go ahead.
But my main concern is just like his play calling at times. Like, I don't know. I just seen like some plays we should have ran the ball and we passed the ball.
Right.
You know?
Right. True. You right on that.
I don't know. I'll give him another chance, but I'm still iffy about him. But anyways, thank you for having me on the show. I appreciate you all. I've been watching you for a long time, since the 2014.
Ooh, that's a long time. What's your name, fam?
Tyler.
Tyler. Hey, look, Tyler. Hey, I feel you, man. Hey, I still have reservations on the young kid. He haven't proved it yet. I'm going to still grade him harshly. You know, he still we want him to run the ball, though. And it's good to have that mindset on a prove-it type of situation. I ain't going to fault you for that, though, fam. Appreciate you.
No problem. Go Cowboys.
Appreciate Tyler, man. I'm not faulting Tyler for feeling the way he feel, right? I don't think Sean McVay was Sean McVay his third year ever calling plays, right? I don't think that Kyle Shanahan was Kyle Shanahan his third year ever calling plays. So it takes time. I know it's going to sound like a bevy of excuses, but that, my friend, the Cowboys' game plan was to take the shortcut to success, and there's none. So we had to know that there would be these type of moments and issues showing up in the biggest and the brightest of the stage, players being nervous, know where to pull resources from. Big Mike McCarthy not stepping in and saying, hey, I'm going to put that fire out. I'm going to take over the play calling. No. Midway through the season, you guys were anointing Kellen Moore, and y'all was saying literally the fan base. I remember. Y'all was saying, why we even got Mike McCarthy? We good without him. We got Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn. We don't need Mike McCarthy. And now look how everything switches. You know. All right, from the 903, we got Lady Jessica. You're live.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Everyone. First of all, y'all need to get them likes up, please. Thank y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. I love what I saw the new young people do, like I said, as on the other night.
Right.
And y'all need to quit all of this negative people. Don't go to talking down and talking about this. Don't go speak stupid stuff over this thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be positive, be positive.
Okay.
When you see that these young boys coming out there and they're getting down with the nitty-gritty, yes, they might be playing for a spot on this team, but them boys are working their butt off. We ain't even seen our star players out there.
Yeah.
So you don't know what is to become of this team. But I just feel like this new generation mixed with our star generation, we finna tab some stuff. We finna wreck shop law. This is what we've been wanting for our team. And this is what we gonna get ready to see, a new thing. I'm looking forward for a new thing. Not a negative thing, but a positive way. These boys want to ring, and I believe they're going to go for it.
No doubt.
They're going to try to win every game, and every game we win. If we win the first game, we're going to go and act like every game. They need to go and act like every game is the first game.
Yes, indeed.
No getting hyped, just like TP.
Yeah.
Turpentine.
Turpentine.
He's not getting big in head about what he can do. He know what he can do.
Right.
They know what they can do, and they're getting out there doing what they need to do.
Right.
To make it on this team.
Speak on it.
And I'm looking forward for a great season. And y'all just stay positive, man, because they doing their thing out there.
They are. Look, I can't wait to see this offense in general, and I definitely can't wait to see this defense. We have yet to see the first-team defense, and we know for sure this first-team defense, if they look anywhere like the second and third-team defense, it's going to be nasty. It's going to be nasty for us, in a good way. Yeah.
Oh, somebody asked me this morning, did we get Odell Beckham?
Nah, I don't think we got Odell Beckham. Nah.
Okay.
He's still recovering, by the way.
No.
Yeah, he's still recovering. And now they may want to look at Odell, but not right now, you know.
Yeah.
That's the situation there.
Because I told him I didn't know anything about that, but I'm going to get out the way for the other people, and I'm going back in the chat. But y'all get them likes up and stay positive, people. How about them Cowboys? Let's go.
Let's go with it. I appreciate her all the time calling in with the good information.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
All right, now I got from the 805. You're live. 805, you're live.
Oh, Mr. Thomas, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing well, man. I'm well over here. What's your name?
I'm Christopher Williams.
Okay, Christopher Williams. I'm Christopher Thomas. You know, you call out my whole name over here. That's my middle name.
From Oxnard, man. I live in Oxnard, California. I'm very blessed to be able to see the guys out there in training and whatnot, and then be in my town. But
right.
I got a couple of thoughts if you're ready.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
All right, my first thought is on Sam Williams. You know,
okay.
Are you planning on doing maybe a video breakdown on what he's done so far? And do you think, I mean, for my thoughts, I'm thinking he's being too overly aggressive, like he's trying to put himself into that role, and it might be putting him into the play, you know, by being so aggressive, trying to be that next Micah Parsons. So that's one thought. Let you touch on that in a second. Next thing was Tyler Smith. That boy's a beast. Our run game is going to be so different now, you know, having that guy out there. So happy for that. And then last thing, and we can touch on this, do you think the young backs are making Zeke obsolete? And if Pollard had the last name of Bush, would he not be the first and second down and let Zeke be the third down, role? What are your thoughts on that?
Wait. You gave me a lot to eat over here, man.
I typed it all up right here.
You gave me a full course, man, meal. All right, let me start all the way to the beginning, man, because you said Sam Williams first, right? And it seems as if, though, he's trying to be Parsons. Look, it's good to look up to bigger brother, but don't be bigger brother. He just need to be Sam. And you see, I almost messed up and said he just need to be Parsons. But he's 4.4 speed, man. If you really have a side-by-side of Sam Williams next to Parsons literally got to tilt his head up, to look at him. That is, Sam Williams is a humongous guy that runs a 4.4 that's, to me, probably stronger than Parsons, right? He can literally lift the guy up and move him out the way. I like it like this. You put Parsons on one side on a pass rush situation, and you tell Sam Williams, I don't care about the technique at this point. I just want you to get to the quarterback. And if he charges through the body and Sam do his thing and everybody from the interior do theirs, they're going to have a meeting with the quarterback. And it's going to be about a sack. So I just tell you guys this. Sam Williams, he will be a future double-digit sack guy, because for what I've seen from his college tape of what he did to Evan Neal's of the world and what he did to Charles Cross, made him crisscross, he going to be all right. I truly believe that this guy is going to be all right. He just going to have to slowly take it and learn from DeMarcus Lawrence and Dan Quinn and Coach Durday, and he's okay. Now, what was your second question?
Well, just to touch on that real quick, though. See, my thought on the whole Sam Williams from watching him is that he's like the opposite of Robert Quinn in my eyes. I did not like Robert Quinn on the squad because I felt he was being so overly aggressive on that right side, always going up the field and around, that they were killing us in those underneath routes and the screen plays. And I'm worried that Sam Williams could be the reverse of that, where he's so aggressive on the pass rush and that he's going to make it so that our outside linebackers have to really fill that role and watch anything on the outside. But that's my only thought on that. I think he will be a beast. Eventually, give it time. I think he just needs to give it a little time.
Well, let me throw this. Let me throw this hot take out at you right quick. And I'm not even a hot take guy.
Okay.
Sam Williams is already better against the run than Randy Gregory.
You think so? Okay.
Yep. I think he plays better with leverage. I think that even at Ole Miss, those first 2 years of him being a linebacker, outside linebacker, helped for that. And I think that from what we can see on the tape with Durday and, again, with Coach Dan Quinn, he would do the right job. And we're not asking Sam Williams to do it all. They got a guy by the name of Dante Fowler who can show him the ropes. And I haven't heard one word from Dorrance Armstrong the 10 days I was out there in Oxnard, nor anywhere through this preseason time. I don't even know who Dorrance Armstrong is. I know who Basham is. I know who Dante Fowler is. I even seen some snippets of Chauncey Golston. So Dorrance Armstrong, by the grace of his contract and probably the Cowboys front office not falling on the sword or not willing to fall on the sword, may just be here just because, But I truly believe the rotation should start with Fowler and then Sam Williams.
Okay. Yeah. The next thing I said was it was just a statement. Tyler Smith's a beast. Tyler Smith was a beast. That was the second thing I was making.
Okay, yeah.
And then the last thing that I know you want to talk about was, and I'll repeat, do you think the young backs make Zeke obsolete? And if Pollard's last name was Bush, would he be getting that first and second down role, and Zeke would play the third down role?
Bush as it relates to Reggie or
Yes,
George?
Yes, sir. That's how I think of Pollard, man. I think, damn, we got Reggie Bush on our squad, and we're not giving him those opportunities. He's that first and second down, the chance to let the offense. When you come out to a game, that first quarter, everybody's fresh. There should be no excuses. It's it's man versus man. And Pollard gives us that ability to just break those gaps and just go and put the defense on their heels and whatnot. And imagine Zeke coming in on that third down role, and now he can play what I hate people saying, he's a great pass blocking, running back. I'm like, that's not the first thing I want my running back to be, talked about. The fact that he's a good pass blocker. Is he a good runner? That could be secondary. We can figure out other ways to get more protection for the quarterback. It doesn't need to be the running back. But
I look at it like this, and the politics of football will always be here. But there's two things that I want you to look at. Do you recall, and I hate bringing up this team, I can't stand them, the Steelers. They had Fast Willie Parker and Jerome Bettis. You remember Jerome Bettis?
Sir.
Now, those two together was everything. Jerome Bettis, of course, he already cut his teeth in the NFL by the time they got Fast Willie Parker. But the unique thing about this, the moment Jerome Bettis went, Fast Willie Parker disappeared. They were better together. So I want the Cowboys to have that unique relationship. Because Jerome Bettis wasn't a fullback, but dog it, he moved some stuff out of the way. Let Ezekiel Elliott be that Jerome Bettis role, open up, soften the defense because he's going to be that battering guy, which he's really not, but he's still going to be that battering guy. And then let Tony Pollard be the finisher like Fast Willie Parker, and we can be Fast Willie ourselves all the way to the Super Bowl if they utilize both running backs. Kind of like the Saints did with Alvin Kamara and that running back duo that they had for a spell. I forgot that running back name. What's that running back name?
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Ingram?
Ingram,
no?
Ingram and Ingram and Kamara, let it be like that.
Okay.
Zeke now watch King Element. Come on, y'all leave Zeke Elliott alone.
It's time, man. I watched too much to know that I see these younger backs are just hungrier and they're fighting for the yards and the explosiveness is there with the younger guys and with Zeke, it's just I love the guy to death, man. Trust
Right.
me. I was, I would hate to see anything, to see him not succeed. But if you're hurting my team, I'm a Cowboys fan first before I'm a player fan.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but a PCL is terrible to have when you're trying to play football. And one thing I can tell you, I guarantee you, if you look back at the last year's opening, right, the Eagles, they were ranked second in rush defense. The Cowboys, all they did was tread them, right? And then when we played the Carolina Panthers, when we played them, they was the number one team against the rush defense. And I know that their records didn't favor anything at the end of the year, but we out-physicaled them. And I think that we're going to have that type of mentality heading into the 2022 season with a better offensive line.
That is correct. I feel like Zeke's going to get a little bit better, with the fact that Tyler Smiths are able to open those holes the more, in a sense. But you imagine Pollard exploding through those holes?
Hey, we'll find out when it's given. I appreciate you so much, Christopher. Let me hear one more thing before I let you go, man. Whatever you have on your mind, man. Let me hear it.
No, that's it, man. I think that this is a prove year for Dak. He's got to go out there and perform. I hope that he starts using his legs a little more because I'm tired of seeing him, jogging, taking that route and running around and trying to create something. And the first down is right there, and he's trying to force that ball. And we saw that too many times last year where he was trying to just force that ball, where it's just pick up the first down and extend the play. He just does that. He doesn't have to do too much. We got enough talent to extend plays and to score points. If he just uses his feet just to pick up simple first downs, we will be fine.
Appreciate you, Christopher, man. Thank you so much for calling in.
Appreciate it.
That's my guy. Christopher. I'm Christopher. He got my middle name as his first name. Here's the thing, Cowboy Nation. Hear me out. As Law Christopher Thomas tell you guys, and I'm going to keep the promise, a compound fracture injury ain't nothing to sneeze at. There's people right now still on crutches, in a wheelchair or the little scooter things around because they twisted their ankle 3 weeks ago or last year. 3 years ago, every time it rained, their knee get the banging on it. They're like, my knee, man. This dude, Dak Prescott, had the bone bursting through the skin. You got your epidermis, your dermis, your subcutaneous. It bust through there, right? And then they had to go in and surgically put that together. It got infused with an infection. They had to go back in, re-break it, put some more rods in there. That was 2 surgeries. And all he did was threw the ball for the most touchdowns ever in Cowboys history. For 37, no other quarterback in Cowboys history did that. And of course, he had 38 touchdowns. But to ask him to run the ball on that after he done pulled his calf muscle, you do know that when you pull your calf muscle, the next thing to go is that Achilles. It just pops on you. So, of course, he had that in his back of his mind. Now, granted, I get it. We about winning, but we got to sometimes look at the full picture. Not many quarterbacks come back and perform the way Dak Prescott did last season after that injury. And before anybody say, well, look at what Joe Smooth did. What's his name? Joe Burrow. Look what he did. It wasn't bone busting through the skin type of stuff, and they didn't have to resurgery that leg once again. No, it's 2 different type of injuries. But that's the story of a different day. Shout out to Joe Burrows and all of his accomplishments. I'm not trying to take down what he did and compare it to Dak Prescott, but those are 2 different injuries. All right, let my guy, speaking of Dak not done yet for the 737. You're live.
Hey, what's up, Law?
Mm-hmm.
What's up? I was going to talk about something else, but I got to go back on that last call, on that last caller.
Right.
I kind of understand what he's saying, but not really, because let's just say we're in the Super Bowl. It's, you know what I'm saying, we have to, you know what I'm saying, we need 3 yards, you know what I'm saying, they, you know what I'm saying, the press coverage, you know what I'm saying, the middle linebackers, you know what I'm saying, they're pushing up. Who you going to trust to get those 3 yards? Are you going to trust Pollard? Are you going to trust Zeke? I understand what you're saying, talking about people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pass protection, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's not what we talk about first. We talk about that extra yards falling forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you need those tough yards. Now, Pollard have ran some plays like that.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? But you also seen Pollard get knocked back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, some of those plays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I just want to talk about that. And then I want to talk about it was just funny to me how everybody watched that first preseason game.
Right.
And everybody was panicking. Everybody was talking about the penalties.
Right.
I was saying, like, everything's going to work out. Everything's going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? It was the first game. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the second game looks like.
Right.
And then when the second game got here, you know what I'm saying? It was all, you know what I'm saying? The penalties pretty much cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was with no penalties. The receiver was doing fine. The halfback was doing more than fine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just funny to me how everybody was panicking about that. And like the whole time I was laughing because I was like, y'all are tripping for no reason.
Right.
Y'all literally tripping for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Because we go through this every year. I mean, honestly, how many preseason games have we won? I mean, how many preseason games we won in 2016?
I mean, I think we only won like one or two. We don't win a lot of preseason games. Yeah. The preseason, man. I just try to look at the individuals. I do know that some of the things that the 4-ladder, the 3-ladder network is going to point out because they got to point out these hot topics to get people attention, right? And there are more people on this planet that don't know football that watches football, right? And that's just how it goes. So you got to cater, you got to pick a crowd, right? And in the media, they know how to pick a crowd. That's why you got Stephen A. Smith, who is a basketball analyst, right? Talking football, right? With hot takes. You got Shay Sharp, even though he know football, he got to lean on the hot take topic. So I get it, man. That's just sports debate shows as it relates to 2020s.
How you don't hear none of these networks talking about how Dallas cleaned up their penalties.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
They don't sell. They don't sell, man. You can't get nothing out of that. Look, the name of the game is right now is to tell the people, just wait. It's an accident waiting to happen. And I pointed this out many a times before on this show that I could be right for 75 years if I say the Cardinals won't win the Super Bowl. They don't have a chance. Just wait. Book it. It's an accident waiting to happen. And I will literally be right for 75 years because they never did it. Right?
Yep.
Right? So that's just how it goes with those hot takes. And I can have the same argument. It could be for 48 years. It's been 48 years since the Miami Dolphins lifted up that Lombardi trophy. I can literally be right for 48 years and say, hey, they ain't going to do anything in the playoffs. Right?
Yeah. That man know what he's doing.
He know what he's doing. Sure.
I just wish you can debate him. I wish you can debate him.
Right.
Really, I wish you can debate Skip.
I would beat him down so bad that before we even start, he said, you know, I really like the Cowboys. This is just me talking about, to get the views and ratings. But, I'm going to get into you on this. I got to get at you. That's what the conversation will be like before we even start, right?
Yeah. Hey, man, but keep doing what you're doing, man. I watch you every day.
You wanted to talk to me about something, though, about something, and you jumped in the DM. What you wanted to say?
Oh, no. It's about that, how I was just tripping about how everybody was panicking. And, like, before the season even started, I was saying that how we was going to be fine. Everybody was tripping about the swing tackles. Everybody tripping about the receivers.
Right.
And I was like, I said 2 years ago, I said we're going to win in 2022. I can't tell you why. I just had a feeling, I said we're going to win. And I said, so when this year came and all these problems started happening, I said everything's going to work out. Everything's going to work out.
Right.
It's just funny to me how all these little pieces are starting to piece together. And even LV, everybody was talking about LV, how how he was doing the last 2 years. It's his last year. He got to step it up. Some people wanted some of these other players, to come and replace him.
Right.
But I was like, no, he's going to beast this year. Watch what I tell you. You're going to be surprised. You're going to see him throwing up the wolf again. Trying to howl for the wolf again. He's going to be beasting this year.
No doubt, man.
Just watch what I tell you.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man.
He's beginning
yes,
to
sir.
believe
Thank you, man. That's a good call from him, man. Good call from him, man. Y'all bear with me. But let me get this up. But y'all see waiting for a chip, the longest drought, man. Appreciate y'all. Let me get that up off of the screen there. Good call from him. That's Dak not done yet. We got the lines. They're longer than Shaq feet over here, but we're going to make sure we get to everybody. All right, so let me get the 406. You in the mix.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. What's good? Hold on, 406. Hold on. Let me read this super chat right quick. Hold tight for me. All right, so Common Sense Lab says 77, 73, 66. That would be Connor McGovern. 70, 78. And then our swing tackle would be Avante Collins is better, equals Ezekiel Elliott and TP runs. We haven't seen 66 as the center yet, but Matt Farniok, he's pretty good. I'm not finna sneeze at Tyler Biadasz, but Tyler Biadasz need to show us a little bit more, I believe. He didn't have a single sack last year. He didn't allow a single sack last year. But on the flip side, Tyler Biadasz did allow the absolute most penalties by any center last year, and he had 11 of them, so he got to clean up that, and we will find out what the Cowboys will do down the line. But shout out to you, Common Sense, man. I appreciate for your donation. Thank you so much, man. You know, that rabbit hole goes real deep, you know.
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice, tumbling down the rabbit hole.
No doubt. For the 406, you're live, baby.
What up, baby? Loud Nation, Cowboys Nation. How you doing, big dog?
Man,
hey,
good,
I know you
man.
were at training camp, man. How do you feel? How did the energy feel when you were at training camp, man?
Man, it was live, man. It was live, man. It made me want to go sneak some pads on and run out there to twist my knee. You know?
Made you feel like a little kid, huh? Made you feel like a little kid.
Yeah.
Hey, I know, like motherfucking. Oh, sorry for cursing.
No,
you see, like parents, right, when they go to their little kids' games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Pop Warner, and then they start talking, and then the refs kick them out. We're right, no matter what. But I'm not saying we're speaking at that level, but we think like that energy, right? Like just into into this level of the NFL, and then you hear people or Cowboy fans, right?
Right.
Cowboy fans start talking all this blah 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 blah. I feel like the ref, man, you need to get out, man. You're no longer a Cowboy fan, man.
Right.
You know, trash talking our quarterback, man. Tell me, what team would Dak Prescott go to and not be a contender, a playoff contender team?
What team? If you pick Dak Prescott and take him to another team?
Any team. What team would you take them to, and that team would not be a legitimate playoff team? Well, you don't put them in the Jets.
Well, I see your point. I see your point with all of this, man, because the Cowboys been whining. The Cowboys been impatient. The Cowboys been hurt because of the previous success, right? Cowboy fans, a third of the fans still want Tony Romo to lace them up and be out there, right? And then from Tony Romo, see, this is the craziest thing. They're not happy with Dak Prescott. Some of them not happy with Dak Prescott.
Right.
A third of them wasn't happy with Tony Romo. They wasn't happy with Tony Romo. You know, and then Troy on the latter part, they wasn't even happy with Troy. On his latter part, they're like, come on, man, let's get another quarterback. He's getting old. He's staring down his receivers and targets. They just didn't have Twitter, right? During that time frame. So it's impossible to please all of the Cowboy fan base, because if you literally pick up Dak Prescott and the whole 12-5 and you put him on the Dolphins last year, or you put him on the Jets, man, they'll have a parade. You think Megan Thee Stallion shaking? Shoot, you'll have all the Jets Nation just shaking left and right, and dropping it like it's
having diarrhea, man. They'll be having diarrhea right there in the middle of their YouTube live, talking about Dak Prescott. We just got his ass. And they got diarrhea right there. That's how excited they be, man.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in, fam. What else you got for the show before I let you go?
Hey,
man, I've been wanting to watch this defense, like the number one, team number one.
Right.
But we've been seeing number 2, number 3, man, and I'm feeling excited. I don't know when the last time. I know I keep saying this, but our defense, since we had DQ, our defense keeps, like in fucking algebra, right? You got you got that square,
right,
and then you got that cube,
right,
and then you got that 4 to the power. That's how it feels every season.
Yeah.
And I hope, man, DQ becomes head coach, man. Just I don't know, man. Just because the way he's been raising up our defense. We have Tristan Hill. A lot of us weren't convinced. Like, we don't know how he's gonna make it this team, but he makes it. But then this season, he's bull rushing.
Right.
He looks like a different animal, man. So I just want to say I'm thankful for DQ. I want to make a shirt, DQ for head coach, man.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you from the 406, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right, big dog. Good one, man. Bye.
Yeah. Hey, here's the thing, man. I guess he was talking about the Pythagorean theorem and put DQ in there as a T-shirt. Pythagorean theorem, the rainbow method, and all of those other things that you can use. Quantum physics with DQ and the Cowboys defense excel. I like Dan Quinn as the defensive coordinator. When you start to put on too many hats as a head coach, then his thoughts will be, okay, I got to touch over here and have a meeting for the offense. I got to touch over here and get with Will McClay on the scouting committee. I got to have a situation of going back to the defense to explain this, and I got to have a sit-down conversation about who we going to hire next. No, I don't want Dan Quinn to that capacity. I don't want him talking to the special teams guy. I really want Dan Quinn to only be in the room with Joe Witt Jr., Al Harris, Dirty, and just getting this defense being the best version of themselves, right? And he's a very hands-on guy. And if he is the head coach, people going to literally say, why Dan Quinn is only spending time now with the offense? Remember when he was spending the quality times with the defense? He need to get back over there. There will still be people complaining about that. Utilize Dan Quinn for his max ability as being the defensive coordinator and working out individually with these guys to help elevate their game. I do. And if anybody got the name of this guy that look like T-Pain, please put it down below, because he also been working individually with these guys. And I really appreciate what Dan Quinn's side of the football looks like, of individually working out with these guys, empowering everyone to be the best version of themselves. I need Dan Quinn to be only on the defensive side. Keep in mind before you guys say this. Shout out to your Global Rail that's on the Instagram. Shout out to the people on the Instagram. Keep this in mind. Dan Quinn inherited the defense, which were ranked 30-ish, 28-ish, and he pulled it all the way down to the 12th ranked defense. I'm quite sure that we're about to see this team on the defensive side be the top 10. And that's right. All right, so I got another caller in here, and she, when I tell you guys, she delivered the truth. Man, I really love hearing her thoughts on it. And this is Queen. Appreciate you from the 910.
What's up, Lord Cowboys Nation?
Yes, indeed.
What's going on? Can you hear me pretty good?
I can hear you pretty good. I was going to hit that note, but then I was a little raspy with it, so I didn't want to hit that note. Maybe I hit it on the end. Talk to me.
Yeah, so first off, I wanted to get this point out before I forget. Lady Jessica, she's from the 903, and
right.
I live in North Carolina, but the majority of my family is from the 903. So
wow.
I was trying to tell her in the chat that she might be my family, you know what I'm saying? So
okay.
hopefully, she'll touch bases with me and we can have a little chit chat.
Okay.
But,
okay.
On football, I'm not worried about Dak Prescott. As a matter of fact, I am very proud of Dak Prescott. And the reason why I can say this and say it with such fervency is the fact that when I was in the military, jumping out of airplanes, I broke my ankle. And I have quite a few screws in my ankle. And it's been 25 years ago, and I'm still scared to wear high-heel shoes because when I put high-heel shoes on and walk in them, it feels like my ankle is going to, like the bones are kind of rubbing together and my ankle's going to break apart.
Wow.
So I'm really proud of him, and everyone else needs to get off his back because for him doing what it is that he's doing after having such a terrible accident to his ankle, everybody needs to be quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, as far as I'm concerned, with him doing what he's doing, how he's doing it, he's a beast.
He is.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
He is a beast. Ain't no way in the world he should be able to do what he's doing in such a short period of time after the level of tragedy that it was with his ankle. You know what I'm saying? And so that's that. I want everybody to get off the panic button because I'm not worried about any of our positions at all. The only thing that I have a problem with, or not necessarily a problem, is that I hope and pray that Kellen Moore sticks to the plan of running the ball.
Run that ball.
Yeah, like he did in that game. That was amazing. That was awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't
that
know
series,
if he was
that series with Cooper Rush, I know what you're talking about. That series, it made Cooper Rush look good, didn't it?
Yes,
running the ball.
People made him look good.
Yeah.
He didn't even have to throw a ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I hope that he continues on that pattern. Maybe he was listening to everybody. Everybody was talking about him and him not running the ball, not making plays where he runs the ball and stuff like that. So, and that defense, oh my God.
Right.
That defense is stacked. From the top to the bottom, it is stacked. So I'm really excited about our year this year, even with the offense. And the reason why I say that is because even in the third string, we had offense that was pushing back on a great level, doing the good pushback. So if we can keep all of that from the top to the bottom of our team, something is different about this team this year, and I can't wait for the start of the season. And that's all I had to say, Law.
Oh, yeah, let me hear you say it.
Let them hang, Cowboys Nation!
That's the queen of the Cowboys right there. Let me see if I can hit it. She's your queen to be. Anytime she can jump out of a plane, you know what? I got to be crazy. You got to be crazy to jump out of a perfect, good plane. The plane got to be crashing and burning before I jump out of it. But shoot, shout out to her for jumping out of planes and everything. There's a third of the people that's watching right now that won't jump off of a porch. Man, bear with me while I fix up. The 318, you're live.
What's going on?
Nothing to
Law
it,
Nation, Cowboys Nation. What's going on? This Lil Kev, a.k.a. The Truth, and that's all I speak.
Yo.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to take a dive through all the Cowboys rosters. Starting from the defense.
Okay.
DB room, no problem.
No doubt.
Linebackers, if they can hold up in coverage, there'll be no problem.
No problem.
Defensive line, no problem.
No problem.
Great depth. Let's get to the offense now, Law.
I'm listening.
The running game has to excel this year. You look at Dan Quinn, the defense is going to be fine, but the running game has to excel. Kyle Shanahan,
right?
McVay, they all excel by running the football misdirection. You have to cover the weaknesses of the offensive line. Drop back pass game's not going to cut it. Not this year.
Not this year. I'm listening to you.
No. We don't have Amari Cooper. And even if we did, we didn't use him as much last year. You see how he was crying for the ball.
Yeah, he still had 8 touchdowns, 800-some yards, and only, I believe, like 90 targets. So, yeah, that's still a good number. They just didn't utilize
the
Mark
ball
Cooper.
to the playmakers enough.
No, they didn't.
CeeDee Lamb's going to get his opportunities if we run the football. If not, they're going to have a cover 2 safety over there. He's going to get double teamed. Dog Schultz is going to have a big year.
No doubt.
At least 100 targets.
Right.
I mean, 100 catches maybe.
Right, no doubt.
But we got a couple of weaknesses of the offensive line. Connor McGovern can't start.
No, I don't think he's the starter. I don't think that. I think that he's a good backup guy. Good rotational guy. Swing guard, by the way. He's the swing guard, you know?
They got to start Tyler Smith.
They got to.
You spent a first-round pick on him. Put the man out there. Let's see what he got. His power is amazing.
Right.
Just got to get his hands inside the shoulder pads. That's what it all boils down.
Well, keep his hands inside and don't wide it and keep those feet moving.
Yeah,
and I think he'll
nice
be all
firm
right.
base.
Yeah,
but he's so strong to where nobody can push him around.
Yeah.
And if we're gonna start Biadasz at center, you seen what Vita Vea did to him last year?
Yeah,
he could have broke Biadasz's neck. The way he was pushing him back.
You know what? This is what I'm going to say here from the 318. In a perfect world, in my world, I would literally roll with Tyron Tyler, McGovern, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele. That would be my recipe. Because I know 66 got a strong base.
Fournier's not bad either.
And Fournier is not. Look. I like that.
Nastiness.
I like that. I like
Fournier.
the
nastiness that he brings.
Yeah. I do like that. You know.
But the thing that made McVay and Kyle Shanahan so good, first off, they ran the most under center offenses in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
1 and 2, the 49ers and Rams.
No doubt.
They ran the most misdirection. You see that boy Cavante Turpin? He's your jet sweep guy. He's your misdirection guy. He's the guy that if he's on the field, you better watch him.
No doubt.
If they make one false step, you run that fake jet motion, or you run that jet motion offense that the Niners and Rams run.
Yeah.
It'll be something to watch, and it's gonna open up holes for those receivers. No matter if it's Fehoko, no matter if it's Lamb, Tolbert, Schultz. Those linebackers have to respect
The conference has been locked.
The biggest plays happen in the play action.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in. Yeah, and we got to get back to that. One more point before I let you roll, man.
Okay. My name is Big Kev, a.k.a. The Truth. That's all I speak. Go Log Nation, go Cowboys Nation. This won't be the last time you hear from The Truth.
I love it, man. Big Kev, man. Just in the house, man. He said he speak nothing but the truth. And we tell people all the time, if you want the truth,
When you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud, too.
No doubt, man. All right, so we got the 720. You're live.
720?
Yep, yes, you're alive.
Hey, what's up, Law?
Nothing much.
Good to be back calling into the show. I called in the other day about the guy.
Right.
To go watch the Saints game. I didn't get a chance to watch that game, but with this team, I think Dak might be the guy. I think I hadn't been keeping up so much with this year.
Right.
But our team is looking really, really good, man. Like the defense looks like it's going to be top tier. We got a new guard, and then we got some special teams now. So I think this might be a year, man, that we actually could really do some damage. Our team is going to be really impressive.
Yeah, ball control, TOP. That's my angle. Time of possession, and what we can do with the kicker, the punt kicker, flipping the field, and then on the opposite side, if he can flip the field, and then you got Cavante Turpin, who can take it the distance, and if he can give you a shorter field, that's all perfect ingredients to a dominant team.
Yeah, and I think Dak is with a team that with a team, I think Dak is that guy, can be that guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's not when I called in the other day, I was talking about Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. These guys are guys that can do it without a team, right? But that's the exception, like you said, the Mandela effect the other day.
Right.
But yeah, with a team, like a solid team, Dak is like I was said the other day, a very good quarterback. I don't put him in that Brady or Manning elite yet. There was one other thing I wanted to say that I call in. So Turpin, he's obviously going to be a beast on special teams and change the game with field position.
True.
But I think we need to use him on an offensive package, like a Sean McVay type offense that beat us in the playoff a couple years ago, like with a lot of motion and jet sweep type threats, or even running jet sweeps to him. And then you can run some runs to the backside with Zeke off where the jet sweep fake was, or you can run like play action and screens, and that really gets the defense off balance. You can even do a fake jet sweep and then run a screen to Turpin after you do like the other play action to Zeke. So I think putting in a package like that, maybe even as our base package, will really open up a lot on like the early downs where we've struggled to run the last couple of years. I wanted to know your thoughts on that.
I mean, yeah, if we can utilize some of that, what I'm trying to do is get chunk plays. One of the biggest problems with the Cowboys in 2016, if we go all the way back, was when Lucky Whitehead didn't play in the playoff at all. You know, he was averaging close to like 8 yards per jet sweep, and a lot of people fail to look at that as a weapon or a unique tool for the Cowboys offense to open up. And if we can start using some of those jet sweep packages or reverse end around packages so that Devontae Turpin can get those 8 to 9 yards per run, then it will open up the offense. It will make the defense play honest, and that's what I'm looking for.
Like McVay did it's kind of like McVay's offense was when we played them in the playoffs a couple years ago.
Big facts, yeah.
And we just couldn't stop, and they ran for 300 yards on us. Remember that?
Yeah, CJ looked like Jerome Bettis out there, CJ Anderson.
And it's because there's so many threats when you're a linebacker and a safety that like it's just to pick your poison. Like you take away one thing, but that opens up another thing, and you just can't stop it. I feel like because Kellen Moore's smart. I'm a Boise State alum like him, but I hope him putting in something like that would be elite for offense, especially seeing the kind of weapon how this dude makes fast dudes look slow. So I just wanted to call in and say that. Love your show, man. Appreciate all you do.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Get a line call, man. Appreciate it. All right, good points, man. Good objective analysis, too. Let me just tell y'all, man, what's going on over here in Dallas, man. We under a flash flood warning right now, so that's why the internet is a little choppy. So if you guys see me go in and out, it's due to the systems. It is my generator kicking on and off, and the lights flickering around here. So I appreciate everybody for still participating with this. I'm surprised that my cable services is still rocking right now, but I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. So we are under a flash flood watch right here with the bad weather out here in Dallas in this area here. So I appreciate everyone for understanding and knowing. So let me see if I can show this right quick. Flash flood. See, we're under severe flash flood over here in Dallas area, and it's supposed to happen tomorrow and the next day. So I might not even go to the joint practice. Well, not the joint practice, but to the practice that's in Frisco, even though we have access to the practice. So y'all stay safe out here, man. Look at it. There's real water around here everywhere. So that is just how it goes from here. So I appreciate everybody for your patience and rocking with me. We're still live on Instagram, the 10 people that's watching over there. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm pretty much beta testing. If you know anything about law, I'm always trying new things out over here. And speaking of that, I got my guy, MJ from the 206. You're live.
What up, Law Nation? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good over here, man. I'm staying indoors. You know, floods everywhere, man.
It's raining hard?
Yeah, it's raining hard, man. Lights flickering. It look like it's dark outside, and it's, 1 o'clock, 1:30-ish, my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad weather.
I saw it kept going in and out. I was like, huh? I was like, man.
Yeah. But I'm still rocking with y'all, man. I got like 6 more callers on the line, so I'm gonna make sure I knock all of y'all out, and then we're gonna shut it down for today, man. But talk to me, man.
Oh yeah, what I want to say is that the difference, like when you see that punt returner, the new punt returner,
Right.
he's something about him. Lucky Whitehead didn't do that. Like Lucky Whitehead was tripping over his feet, and I think they found a punt returner that had the wiggle like Deion Sanders. That what made Deion so dangerous. Yeah. It'll seem like you're gonna get him, but he'll do something, and then, like I said, if that one guy don't get him, he gonna take it to the house. So that's gonna put fear to a lot of people. I know you could see the Philadelphia people. They like fuck. They mad.
Yeah, they are angry, they're upset, but like I said, there's multiple ways to a football game, right? And one thing I was able to examine from the Philadelphia Eagles, they got a good first team defense is pretty good. It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
But when I started to look at some of their second team waves and third team waves, it's a drop off. Whereas, Big Jordan Davis, he looked good in the first series, but then the second series, it looked like his big butt was running in cement. So those things that they have to take, hey, what happened to that speed? I like N'Kobe Dean. I like Big Jordan Davis, but they're gonna have to learn to rotate their guys. You see why they hype on him, and I'm not trying to take away from that, but while they're hype on him, shoot, the production that they getting from him, we're gonna get from our third and fourth rotation piece. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. And that's the difference. It's called team sport, not individual sport. And Dak Prescott, I could tell you something. We all get mad at Dak because, he got on that start, so we want him to be the best.
Right.
But this year, Dak Prescott is going to shock a lot of people, man.
Right.
Because I could tell how he's going through his progressions, how he's moving around. Like you say, he had the whole offseason to work on his mechanics and everything to read the defense. Last year, he couldn't do that. The main thing he was doing was trying to get back in shape, and the guy still threw for, 3,700 yards?
Yeah, 4,000 some yards.
And, with the 4,000 yards.
Yeah, don't shortchange it. Don't shortchange it now. Don't shortchange that.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Over 4,000 yards and 37 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's good.
This year, he going to do it again, and I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to say it again.
Talk to me, man.
To you, Cowboy fan. I'm not worried about my receivers. Because I'm going to tell you, that quarterback then got better. He going to make them receivers good. That quarterback going to make the receiver good, man. And that's why I said Will Greer plays like that. You see what I'm saying? And he know how to scramble and all that. You need quarterbacks that know how to scramble. Remember Roger the Dodger? That's how we used to win with Roger Staubach. I hate a quarterback just stand back there and then get sacked. That pisses me off.
No doubt, MJ. Man, I appreciate you so much for calling in, man. Any more things you got to say before I let you roll?
I want to say to all the fans, let's hit them like buttons for my boy Law. He's doing a good job. And don't get down, Cowboy fans. Keep it positive, like the young lady that came on. And like I say always, how about them Cowboys? And let's get this Super Bowl. Let's shut everybody up.
No doubt. Oh, my God, man. Oh, my gosh, man. Shout out to MJ, man. Let me see. I got 559. You're live, 559. Yeah.
What up?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Law, what's going on, man?
It's all good, man. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, this Big Simons. Simon says.
Simons, man, what's good with you? Let me save you in here,
what's
Big
good,
Simons, man. Let me save you in here, fam. I got one
Big
of the originals. One of the originals
Big
in here.
Cowboys Experience. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First things first, 469-214. Y'all stay safe, stay dry. Please, please stay dry. If you don't have to go nowhere, don't go nowhere. Love my Oak Cliff family always.
Shout out to Oak Cliff. Yeah.
We gonna get to the meat and potatoes, and I ain't gonna waste a lot of your time. We can sit here and talk about the offense. We can sit here and talk about the defense, but y'all have kind of touched on it. Big up to the brother from the 702 who kind of touched on it, but I'm gonna go a little bit deeper.
Okay.
This could be a great team if the used car salesman Mike McCarthy and the wonder kid Kellen Moore can utilize these weapons. Utilize these weapons. You know. Go ahead, Law. Go ahead.
No. You're right, man. Hey, this is all contingent upon Mike McCarthy got to be secure with his job to say, man, this kid is burning the house down. I got to intercede. I got to step in to put out the fire. I got to make sure, because what I hate about last year is this one thing that Mike McCarthy said. I've been in playoff games before. I won playoff games before. I won a Super Bowl. Don't talk to me after it happened. Do it while it's live. Step in. Go ahead and say, hey, Kellen Moore, man, this kitchen on fire right now. Let's just step back for a little bit. Let Big Daddy show you the way. You know what I'm saying? Let me take over. You know, that's what you're supposed to say, man.
I haven't jumped off the couch for a preseason game since maybe the 90s. When what I see it, I'm like, hot damn. Get all that talent on the field. If you could put Turbo Turpin with TP3 on the field with CD, who gives a damn who we play? Like, it's over. It's over. It's over. Like, what are y'all talking about? It's too much. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. I've seen it, and I know a lot of people seen it, but it was like, hold on, let's slow down, because even like I had said in the video, no plug, but like I had said, it's not Turpin who's the problem. It's, can you vanilla coaches look at what you just found? Don't sit on the – I see Mike McCarthy with the Kool-Aid smile like we all did.
Yeah.
But did you do it because, hey, that's cool, great going, kid? Or you doing that going, holy shit, I got a weapon.
Right.
Man, let me get that with TP3. Let me get this with CD. You can go get whoever you want for Hugo, for Hiko, Hawaiian Punch. Who cares? You got something. And you're going to kill teams. Who cares about the NFC East?
Right.
You got enough right now to win that Super Bowl.
Right.
And I'm not overhyping it. We don't have to talk about the defense. I watched Sam Williams just like maul a kid. We've seen it. We know Tyler Smith. We've seen it. We've seen Tyler maul a kid. So it's like, come on, man. You got the talent. You Will McClay, God bless you. You done hit a grand slam again. Back to back. Bang, bang.
Right.
Bruh, put all this talent on the field. Keep it on the field. Do that. You ain't going to take Steph Curry off the field. They didn't take Jordan off the field. They didn't take Kobe. Like, everybody played. When you got that kind of talent, you're going to keep it out there as long as you can.
Big facts.
With Zeke, with Dak, Turbo Turpin, TP3, CD. Man, come on, man. Come on, man.
I mean, y'all listen up, man. Y'all listen to my guy, Big Simon, man. Simons, because he's spitting at you, man. You should have told me, man. Hey, Law, I know it's raining outside, but you finna make it rain inside. Pull out the umbrella, Law. You know, I should have pulled out the umbrella, because you are spitting the truth over here, man. You are. Big truth, Simons.
It's like I have to say something. I had to stop what I was doing while I was working. I was like, hold on, let me talk to Law right quick. He'll feel me, because the team, we've seen this too many times. We've seen this with what Garrett and his moron. Now we're seeing it with the used car salesman McCarthy and the Wonder Kid. Yeah. And I hope you looking at this going, I got something. Let me get in the lab and let me cook. Let me cook. That's it. I got it. Let me cook. We're going to get together. We're going to cook something up, because I guarantee you, there's a man named Sean Payton that was looking at that game going, hey, bruh, I can cook.
Oh, yeah. He was picking up the phone. I know he was jealous. He got the jealous line. He was calling, hey, John, Stephen Jones, and Jerry Jones. You know, you talking about you want some glory hole. I got it for you, man. I can give you that. I got you, man. Trust me.
Well, I give you more glory.
I want me some glory hole.
Harry Hines. Man, look, it's there.
It's there right there, man. Look, so we see the pieces together. Just like I'm going to ask you this. Who had the most talented team last year in the playoff versus the 49ers?
Me? It was, man, listen, it was the Cowboys, but it was, I keep saying it. If I was a coach, I would have told them boys, I would have took it back to those schools. This is our greatest conference rival. We got this at our house. Let's crush these fools and get to Lambeau and handle our business.
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
It's as simple as that. I wouldn't have got on no podium. Well, I think they were scared. No, I don't want to start touching.
Hey, Big Simons, although I saw them shaking and nervous, that would have left my mouth. No. That would never do that one. I would have took that one to the grave. I would have told them players, man, y'all was scared, man.
Like I'd have had them boys in there. We gonna kill these fools. Ain't no way in hell they winning.
Were you a big Madden fan back in the day? Did you play Madden?
Yes, I was.
Now, were you cold on them sticks?
Woo! Light them up. I still get in every now and then,
you were so like I know my brother. He come on the show. He a 49er fan. He was so cold on the sticks that he would take the arena football league or whatever the little football leagues and challenge anyone. Because he knew that he was capable of still winning because he knew how to play the game. It didn't matter the talent of the levels that you have on the field. He knew that, hey, I'm gonna still give you I'm gonna still have a fighting chance at it because I know the game like the back of my hand.
See, your brother was smart because what I used to do, and that's funny, big up to your brother. They used to have an NFL Europe team on there.
Yeah, the Europe team,
Rain
Fire. Yeah, Rain Fire.
I used to hustle so hard with Rain Fire. Yeah. Nobody could beat me. I had fools upset because I was out there killing them with Rain Fire. That was my team.
Yeah. And that's what we want the Cowboys coaching staff to look like, hey, and I know this is not game, but I know this is real life, but they should have had confidence. They should have looked at this thing and say, if CeeDee Lamb can't catch the ball, he's 1 for 5. And I know for sure in the regular season he was averaging 8.8 yards on an end around. Well, don't you think it would be wise to get him loose a little bit to get him on the end around play? So it was just the small things that we didn't do to win that game. Exactly. If you were just a little bit more creative. And that's what the 49ers did. Look, Debo didn't kill us in the air, he killed us on the land.
Exactly. And the thing with Dallas is they can mix and match it. When you found out Cedric Wilson passes were nice and he could catch, man, I'd have had him out there like Boobie Miles. He'd been my Boobie Miles. I'd have that boy all over the place.
Man, Big Simons, man. I appreciate you calling in. Hey, man, plug your channel, man. Plug everything that you do, man. Let the community know who you are and everything.
Big up to Law Nation. It's your boy Simon Says. You can catch me on YouTube also. Simon Says. I even appreciate the brother Law for the sub. DFW, I'm coming home too. I'll be there for the Bengals game. Again, it's Simon Says. You can catch me on Twitter too. Simon Says. Law Nation, brother, be safe out there. Stay dry. Hey, man, y'all have a good one. I appreciate you, Law.
That's my guy, man. I got to go for drinks with him, man. Shout out to him, Big Simons, man. In Cowboy Nation, that dude been around on YouTube for a long, long time. Before I even started my YouTube page, I jumped over his page. I subscribed to him before I even started my YouTube page. I had some other name under this name. I think he had my whole name like Lawrence up there, you know. But a shout out to him, man. He's a pillar of the Cowboys community on the underground, and he give it to you real raw and uncut. From Oak Cliff style. I love it, man. Appreciate him. All right, so next I got Coach Marv. Last but not least, Coach Marv. Hey, big coach, you live.
What's going on, Law? Hold on 1 second.
No doubt. I'm gonna set up his. Yeah, I got it already set up. It's Coach Marv on the phone. Y'all pull out your pen, your pads, your tablets. Take some notes. I know you done saw the game more than once. And when you see the game more than once, you can break it down differently.
Yeah, Law, I done looked at the game about 3 times now, Law.
Okay, you beat me. I only watched it twice.
Yeah, but
thoroughly though.
I just do a position breakdown on guys I really want to get a good look at. So I go back and forth with it to see how it's going, how certain players are playing. I'm loving the tight ends, man. I'm loving our tight ends, Lord. Loving our tight ends. Loving their blocking. We have upgraded the blocking in the tight end position.
Oh yeah.
Hendershire and the rookie 48 and 49 really blocking. They're really doing a great job of blocking. Yeah. And you can tell they're only gonna get better because as they get there, as they get bigger a little bit, they're gonna. And I mean, they're nasty with their blocking. Go back and look at them, Law. They finish guys. They are very, they're aggressive blockers.
Yeah.
So, I think we picked up 2 guys there that's gonna really help us. But this and the return guy, I love him. I think he may get some opportunities. He's gonna have some opportunities where things are not gonna go well. He's gonna have some opportunities where he will make some plays. But there's gonna be some times where it's not gonna go well. We're not gonna, if we just have to, we have to help him out a lot with our blocking. And I think that was superb the other night. And you block better when you got a guy you know who can take the ball back to the house.
Big facts.
That boosts everybody's energy. But this, he's going to be a weapon. I'm not going to say he's going to be an ultimate weapon that is going to be that's going to give us a touchdown or great field position every game. But that's just an added part of ways where you can try to win football games. On offense, where he can fit in on plays and where he can get some spot plays here and make some plays for us is only going to help us.
Right.
Giving him a major role, then we trying to put too much on the kid.
Too much on.
Just give the kid some things. He's going to make some plays. We're going to have some reverses for him. He may have some catches or two, and he may get a chance to break some plays and do some things good for us. But let's not try to add too much to his plate. Let's not try to go to the point where we're trying to overload his plate, because then you can hurt his talent. Right now, we need his talent to be a spark, and we're going to give him some plays. He's going to get some plays on the offense. And I'm not worried about the offense, and I'm not worried about receivers. And I agree with the caller when they were talking about running the ball.
Right.
This is what I want, Law. And this is when I say commitment to the run. And this not being a run first team. This is what I mean by commitment. It is easy to be committed to the run when you get 6-7 yards per clock.
Right. Shoot at
But there's going to be some games when you first start trying to run the ball, they may turn out to be 2, 3. You don't stop.
Don't stop it.
Because you got a physical offensive line that's going to wear on people. And if you back off it then, because everybody pumped up to try to give you their best, and I'm telling you, teams that don't know how to stop, can't stop the run, or don't want you to run, they'll pump their players up early in the game, say, oh, they want you to go all out. And even defensive linemen, let me tell you what defensive linemen thinking. I'm going to go all out in these first couple of running plays because I do not want them to run the ball 15, 20 times because I can't hold up.
Big fact.
But I'm going to go all out early.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to deter you from running the ball. And once I deter you from running the ball, you just worked in my hands now. But I'm going to go all out. I'm telling you, I've had coach guys that had that same philosophy. You can tell them they go all out. And you like, well, why on run number 7 or 8 you ain't going as hard as you went on first 2? Because you was trying to stop it. You was trying to deter us from it. We're going to be consistent.
Big facts.
And that's what I want this team to be. I want them to be committed to have a creative running game, but they're not going to allow, there's going to be an offense that's going to impose their will. And that's not mean that you're going to just bust your head against the wall, but Kellen's going to find out when you impose your will, you're able to do more stuff to defenses than letting the defense dictate what they want you to do.
A la the playoff game when he committed to running the ball with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. That's how we got our first points on the board. When we were running the ball with a balance, and that opened up that open up the pass game, you're going to have to earn that play action so you can have guys down the field. And I truly believe that all wide receivers, even at their youth, that they can win the one-on-ones. That's why I was saying that I seen enough of Noah Brown. We had this round table talk yesterday, Coach. And my guy, I love my guy, Scott Walker, but I seen enough of Noah Brown, right? I know what the max capability of Noah Brown is for right now, but we don't know who Dennis Houston will be by the end of his career. So I look at it like I would rather deal with the unknown of Dennis Houston versus dealing with Noah Brown, who got a big toe injury. Although he shined in training camp, I just need to see this team do away with the old and bring in the new. But go ahead, Coach.
Well, I'm going to say this right quick, Law, when you were talking about the San Francisco game. And a lot of people look at the San Francisco game, they say, oh, man, they ran all over us. Mm-hmm. You know, San Francisco ran the ball 40 times in that game. Debo Samuels had 11 carries in that game. You know, their tailback, and I don't think he was their main tailback, he had 28 carries in that game.
Right.
But they only ran for 164 yards, Law.
They did.
So they if they weren't consistent, and you talking about 164 yards, and they had two runs that were 24 yards apiece. So in really aspect, we controlled the runs. You take away those big runs, but they were consistent and they were committed to keeping the ball out of Garoppolo's hands and allow him to only throw the ball in play action, because that's when Debo Samuels gets open. That's when other wide receivers are better to get open in play action pass.
Yeah.
They were committed to running the football.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. It may not come, you may not run for 200 yards.
Right.
But if you're committed, eventually your dike is going to break, and it sets the table for the rest of your offense to work. So you just can't run away from it because somebody puts up a roadblock. You still go around that roadblock because it sets the table for everything else.
Man, you're right on it, Coach. I have no rebuttal to what you just said, and staying committed to your commitment. You know, that game got out of the way on the first few series there. When they jumped 13-0, the Cowboys were playing right into the hands of the 49ers. Now the defense rallied back on the second half, but that's all they needed. They just needed to win. Like, it's just sometimes, Coach, that first punch that bring you down to your knees, now you can just really slowly win the game or win the match. Although the Cowboys were punching back, two things that stood in the way was that we didn't have the ability to be consistent with our run, and, of course, those penalties. Those two things stood right.
Well, you know something, Law?
Yep.
When that comes in, that Law, you have to know your team, and you have to be – that's something where you have to be confident in your team.
Yeah.
Let's say this coming year, we all know how our defense is going to play.
Mm-hmm.
So if a team goes out there and they get up 10-0 on us, do I panic?
No. Yeah.
Because my defense going to slow this down. They're not going to keep giving up 10 points. They may not even come out the game with number by 17 points. So I don't need to panic.
Right.
So in this year, there's no need for us to panic to say we got to go out there and go through this run and shoot type thing to outscore people, because we know our defense, if they give up a drive, we know they're not going to give up consistent drives. So we got a chance to always get back in the game, and we have to stick to our game plan. And if we control the ball more, how other teams with less time going to score against this great defense?
That, Coach, you took, and this is me objectively saying this, and I know the Dak Prescott apologist is going to get mad when I say this. That's why I was so angry. If you guys go all the way back and listen to my play-by-play of that playoff game, when he threw that interception, it was on our side of the field. He tried to force it to Cedric Wilson. The guy made an unbelievable play on the ball. It's 50-50 whether or not the aficionados will call a PI on that. But the guy came cleanly away with the ball on the INT. And that very next play, the 49ers did that little crazy end-around play with Debo, and they scored a touchdown. But I truly believe
that was a change of possession, and that was like a deflating play when your defense came out, and they still was on the deflation of the turnover.
Over the turnover.
But I said the same thing, Law. But you know something? I said that same thing when that happened. But what I said was when that happened, I said that you already set your table for your quarterback to do that because you were showing impatience ever since they went up. You had one drive that you actually tried to run the ball, and the rest of it you was trying to pass. And I said you set your quarterback up to be impatient.
Right.
That's where the experience of Mike McCarthy has to take over with the fire going on. He has to take that over. You know, Dan Quinn did that with the team, with defense.
Yeah.
He said, okay, if they ran the ball against us the first half, calm down.
Yeah.
Let's get back, settle down. Let's continue to play our game. There's no need to make no wholesale changes. Let's play it well. We're going to rein them in. How many points they score in the second half? If it wasn't for that interception, they don't score no points in the second half.
None.
So that's how you rein things in.
You bring it in.
Confident in your game plan.
Got to be confident.
That's why you have to have identity.
The best analogy, Coach, is to use is basically basketball. Sometimes you see a veteran team out there that's down by 20, 25 points. You're not going to shoot your way shooting threes to get back to it. Sometimes take the layup, play good defense, get back out there, and continue to hit your smaller shots, your high percentage shots, crash boards. And then before you know it, now you're only down by 5 points. You're only down by 4 points. The team with the lead, they trying to shoot jack up threes because now they're more sweating because you're coming back. And I think that what you just said, Coach, if we learn to utilize the full field, flip the field, we got a hell of a punt kicker. Let him punt the ball. Don't try to rush it. Play good stout defense. Man, we can go far. 2 things travel. Well, actually 3 things travel, Coach. Defense, we know for sure travel. Running game travel. Sometimes there's special team travel.
Special teams travel all the time because you don't have to make big plays at special teams.
Right.
You just don't have to lose at special teams. So if you break even at special teams and you cover well, you don't give up the hidden yards. We don't give up. We won the possessions in hidden yards last year. That helped us a lot last year. We won it when you give block punts. All those are hidden yardage games. Those are the stats behind the scenes. But I think one thing, Law, that you pointed out, and your energy is great today with your show. But one thing you're pointing out, and I think the Cowboy fans need to understand, it's about being confident in our team. It's about the coaches being confident about who they are and staying with who they are and what they have as a team. That's why I don't understand sometimes when you say that, when people say he's got, and he maybe tries this no identity offense. Those with no identity don't know who they are.
Right.
So we have to gain some type of identity of either a style that we're going to play, a tempo we're going to play, or a direction we want to play, so we cannot be rattled because we have a good enough football team. But we can't be wishy-washy. We can't, and we definitely can't put unrealistic expectations on certain players because of certain status.
Right.
We have to do this as a team. I think we have a great team here, and that's why we're gonna go into this season. And I'm not really care about the season starts off well. I just want to start off good, but I want to finish dramatic.
Man,
so,
my goodness, Coach Marv. Man,
that's all we want to do.
I can't believe this information was free today, man. Most people charge thousands of dollars for this consult. You know, the consult is thousands of dollars, man. I appreciate you so much, Coach. Appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you, Law. I was listening to you, man, but like I said, your energy today, man, maybe it's raining a little bit here in South Carolina, but your energy today, man, made me want to get fired up about this Cowboys thing, man. So, man, keep that energy, man. And Cowboy Nation, we're gonna be all right, man. I can't wait for Tampa, but we still got some work to do before Tampa comes. We got a lot of work to do before Tampa comes.
No doubt, Coach. Appreciate you, man. It's Coach Marv, man. Put your hands together for Coach Marv. Always bringing in the wonderful analysis and reports, and that's the best last caller of the day that I can ever think of. Shout out to Coach Marv, man.
Goodbye.
That was a good call, man. And he's right. The weather is weird out here. People underwater in Dallas, as you guys can see. WFAA reported. Look, I'm going to stay in. You know, I don't feel like swimming today, you know. But I believe that most of you guys that called in today, y'all spit enough to get me wet over here. Y'all spit the mic today, man. This was a wonderful show. We gave y'all some contrast to what's going on with the season. We gave you some positive notes. We had people to call in to give their thoughts, whether it be objectively or, just straight optimistic. But I love it, Cowboy Nation. But I want you guys to be safe out there that's in the Dallas area or any area with this flash flood. There are things that can happen that's on that road that you won't get back to your loved ones if you're not careful. And sometimes just because you may say, hey, I'm a good driver, I can drive through snow, rain, hail, and all of that stuff, but the person that's on the road, that's sharing that road, may not be a good expert driver, right? So those are things that you got to put into context. You could be a good driver. The other person can be a horrible driver, and they share the same road with you. And y'all know how that goes, Cowboy Nation, and everyone that's listening. Great show altogether, man. I had some more notes that I was going to pull up, but we don't need to do that today. We don't need to talk about all of those other things. We can just go into this detail. Look at that boy right there, Dak today. That boy dancing, that boy moving right there. Yeah, and we got some things going. All right, Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate you guys so much for tuning in and being part of this beautiful episode. Shout out to Cowboys Experience. We're going to have a deal the first week against the Buccaneers, and this is how you can go get those tickets. Let's listen into them.
Let the Cowboys Experience introduce you to a whole new way to enjoy a Cowboys football weekend. Experience the ultimate Cowboys player and fan event at Toyota Music Factory on the Texas Lottery Plaza, making lasting memories by booking at cowboysexperience.com today.
That's 817-888-1726. That will get you right into the mix. And Cowboys Experience, the ultimate tailgate party. Trust me, you will have a great time dealing with us. We have experts out there. We have the best, and I mean just that, the best experience available to you. Come on out to Cowboys Experience and have a great time. And trust me, it's going to be a great, wonderful time when you are in the mix. Cowboy Nation, stand tall, stay strong. Just know that we have yet to ascend. We have yet to peak. Right? You don't want to peak around this time anyway, right? You want to still develop. You still want to see what your guys can and can't do, right? Don't crown these guys too soon, right? And even Cavante Turpin, right? He got things that he got to improve on. Shout out to Hodges for your super chat. Thank you. Shout out to you, Theus. Is it Joseph Theus? Appreciate you. He said he's an Eagle fan, but he loved the channel. Appreciate you so much for jumping in, Joe. And is it Vanna Hella? Appreciate you for the $1.99 donation. And Common Sense and everyone else that gave to this wonderful platform and Law Nation Studios. They say when you are in a fight, you want to continue to swing even when you're going down. They call it a puncher's chance, right? And even when you fall, try to land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up, Cowboy Nation. And for many of years, we fallen. But we keep the same energy. We get right back up, shake it off, and stand tall. Regardless of what the critics say, the pundits, we back at it. We're not folding up like a wallet or a lawn chair. And for one, I can tell you, for sure, get your hand off of that panic button. There's no crying over here, baby. Yeah, and where my panic man at? Let's put him on fire. Because when Law Nation is done with you, you will stand tall too. You see, the fire is necessary. That's the only way that you can get the purities out of substance. With triple heat, everybody loves a diamond, but it takes pressure and immense heat to create it. Who are the hidden diamonds on this team? The diamond in the rough. We see Cavante Turpin, lighten it up, not looking to go back to the old days, right? And the way he marched off in there, shoot, I can't wait to see him do it in the regular season. Write this down, Cowboy Nation. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of your mind for it, if you will just simply go after the thing you want. Quick story, Cavante Turpin said week 1 of the preseason, he had to get adjusted to it. His mind was saying, I can take it the distance. But that small voice inside, the loud voice, began to tell him, take a knee, don't run. But I'm quite sure that small voice began to get louder and louder. I said, take it. Take it. And that's what, if you can lose all terror of your mind for, is all about. I had somebody to post and said, you know what, if you remove the special team plays, maybe the Cowboys lose. But dogged and grim and besieged and beset it with the help of Almighty, you will get it. That is what Cavante did. Sometimes the smallest punch will be the hardest punch. Dynamite comes in small packages. Don't try to put that man in a box. If there's one thing a man should always do, mainly to himself be true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turns hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother, I will roll with brother, ride with brother. The morals of life, live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take a decent man to alter his heart to seek to rip him apart. Those men, those friends or fans, you should not call them one, because they bend lies around the truth until it meets their end. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Turn me up. Let me see some fire in there, baby. Let's go. We up out. I just want to run it up. That's what we did the other day, baby. We did. We ran it up, didn't we, baby? Come on. Roll those credits, baby. Come on. Run it, baby.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have a ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on.
Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on.
Count that too, count it up. Yeah.
Count that too, I love it.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Hey.
Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside.
Emotional damage.
Charge it to the game. The fire on that beat. Hey, who will low? Come on.
Still the same, not switching sides. Now it's about loyalty. switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me.
Come on.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock with
Be safe, baby.
I'm not feeling it.
Come on.
Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit.
Yep.
I've been really in the field.
Come on.
Rush, I love the feel lately. I
Jay
just wanna run it up.
Worthy. Come on.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal lately.
I just wanna run it up. Let's go, baby.
Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on.
Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Yeah.
I just be off the dome.
Come on. Let's go. You got some news.
We answered, I talk stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
Monty,
you're
crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
This is breaking news brought to you by Jay Worthy. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you don't like that, man, come on.
You liar!
Hey, man, that don't never get old, though, baby. Hey, we're going to get on up out of here, man. Look, shout out to all my dogs, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know what time, y'all know what time it is.
What is your profession?
Come on, man. Slow it down. Come on. Turn it down just a little bit. It's too loud. Come on, there, right there, right there. Come on. Continental. We rolling, baby. Shout out to the 88 Cutlass, too. And then Park DeVille. Come on, come on.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in.
Again. Yeah.
Again.
Another one.
And you.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Don't let the street lights hit you, baby. One love, baby. We up out. Shout out to all of the supporters. J Vibes was good. J Lum, Barty, Keith Lord, Val, Jimenez, follow. Come on. Sadiqwa. Shout out to Sadiqwa, man. Hey, Day Shift is a good movie on Netflix, as well as Age of Adeline. Really good movies. Come on. And another one.
And another one.
There we go.
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Come on.
To go alone.
I've got balls of steel.
Open wide.
Suck.
Come on. I follow.
Wherever you go, whatever you do.
We grooving, baby. Shout out to Monty. Oh my gosh, man.
If a paper crane can fly.
Emotional damage.
Shout out to you, Lisa.
So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
So far,
Look at this.
so far.
Come on.
If a paper
Another one.
crane can fly. Fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
One love, baby. We up out, man. Be sure to smash that notification bell
Just dropped them.
and let a person know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Ghostface, I see ya.
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet.
Now, so the cocaine's happening. When does that crack come into play?
Until next time.